Hello, if you're new to my channel, my name is Melanie and I'm a music composer for film, TV, and games. I've composed music for projects featured in Academy qualifying film festivals, judged for the Annie Awards, and I'm a voting member of the Recording Academy for the Grammys. I've been playing Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, and Zenless Zone Zero since launch. Today we're going to check out Honkai Star Rail's IRONTOMB boss battle track. Let's get to it. Ooh, very powerful intro. That is a really interesting intro. That's not really something that I would think of when it comes to IRONTOMB, and one of the things that kind of struck me was the choir. Maybe the choir represents the Chrysos airs. The guitar was sort of unexpected as well. I'm guessing maybe kind of gives off that kind of edge to the track, and because IRONTOMB is related to destruction, they wanted to put on the guitar there to kind of give that cool, edgy or gritty kind of vibe to it or atmosphere to it. If you remove the guitar here, it's probably not going to sound as powerful as it is right now. Okay. Female vocals? Could that kind of symbolize Cyrene? Or turns into metal all of a sudden? Okay, that is really interesting. And you know, this whole chaotic vibe of this section really highlights destruction. It is a bit clear to me why they chose the guitar, because you know when you go to those like rock hard concerts, you kind of have those like really hardcore guitarists who really destroy their guitar on stage, and this section here reminds me of that. It sounds really chaotic, and it's like you want to like destroy everything in your way. And that makes sense because he's related to destruction. So in every battle track, you will always hear that mellower part, and that is very essential for all battle tracks. Otherwise, it's gonna get really tiring to listen to the whole track. Even with this, they still have that like kind of rock-ish vibe. You have more like reverb on that guitar to make it more atmospheric. Very hardcore. Wait, those few notes on the guitar kind of reminds me of Finon's. Finon or Kaslana has this theme, if you're familiar with his theme. Those two kind of sound the same. Male vocals. Guitar shredding hard here. Wow. I haven't played the story yet, so I don't know if it has anything to do with Finon. Okay, we have something a bit more electronic here. So this section feels a little bit more electronic, a little bit more related to how Iron Tomb houses the simulated world of Amphoreus reminds you a little bit more about like this huge computer and technology and all that stuff. Now we have party music? Yeah, actually at this point I'm not surprised with all the transitions they have. It's like party music, but it's like still menacing in a way, you know? It's a really good balance. Why is Iron Tomb and Lygus boss battles party related? Club music. The vocal chops. Really cool. This section feels like it speaks more of how Amphoreus was created, because it goes through that phase of sounding like a computer and then it goes through that orchestral section. It feels like a computer kind of like emulating this supposed to be organic life form, Amphoreus as a planet, Amphoreus as a whole world. I'm really digging the transitions and the different colors and textures that they have in this track. The rhythm changes a little bit here, so the groove kind of like it's picking up a little bit. Now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like the vocals are actually here because it kind of highlights, you know how you enter Amphoreus and you hear this like really nice solo vocals, and that kind of reminds me of what is on here. It's kind of like they are closing the loop of the story now. The beginning of using vocals, and then you end with vocals as well, and sort of like in the same timbre too, if I'm not mistaken. It's kind of like closing that loop of that story. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this patch, while I haven't started playing the story yet, I think this patch is the last one, it seems, in the Amphoreus saga. It kind of makes sense that they're using vocals to kind of like end everything, like end the story. Yep, club music. Ooh. I like those like chopping. Not gonna lie, it feels like they hired a DJ instead of a composer for this track. It's so catchy. It's so good. You have that vocal again. And another set of vocals kind of like singing with that main vocal. Wow. Yeah, I think at this point it kind of just repeats what we had earlier. But those string staccatos, like the short notes, those string staccatos or like the short notes earlier, they kind of sound a little bit similar to the melody of the main melody of Amphoreus. Yeah, I think the choir represents the Crisis heirs at this point. You have that repeating string staccatos again. Feels like it's a variation of the main Amphoreus theme. Maybe. Yeah, I think by this point it sounds a little bit repetitive. This is a long track too. Yeah, they even made this track like part of the cycles or something. It's repetitive as the cycles. So it sounds like the first part feels more as an introduction to IRONTOMB, and then the rest of the track where they have more electronic sounds and more orchestral sounds that we have been hearing here that's kind of just like repeating a lot. I think that speaks more of like the whole cycles that Amphoreus has been going through the cycle and repeating and repeating and repeating, and just like how this track is somewhat repeating too. Yeah, this one's the same. It's like they intentionally really looped it. I'm guessing we're gonna be listening to this for a while. think this is gonna be the final phase. Oh, this is the same melody we had at the start. Like when Amphoreus was introduced to us. Yeah, this sounds like a Crisis Air moment. Like all of them. Crisis Air's moment. This is the part where they defeat him. And I don't know, I think Cyrene is leading it. Again, I haven't played the story, the last update. Yeah, the choir definitely represents the Chrysos heirs. Earlier, we had the choir at the first parts, and then a lot of the parts in the first phase and the second phase is more solo vocal, and this final phase has more of like an actual choir, and I think that speaks to the unity of the Chrysos heirs, how they were all brought together to end all of this of what happened. Wow. Those vocals are amazing. Yeah, it really does speak to their harmony, and it feels more like they're ready to battle. After all that they've been through, they are ready to end it all. They're ready to end this. Nice counterpoint with the vocals. They will not back down. I find it interesting that in this part you hear the solo vocals, and then you also have the choir, and then in the background you hear that kind of like electronic sound, kind of like emulating the simulated universe of Amphoreus. And this is Amphoreus, and these are the people of Amphoreus, and they are ready to end it all. Alright, so that ended a little bit abruptly than I expected, but I think it's just the recording that I unfortunately got. I'm kind of surprised that they don't have a song at the end of this boss battle, or maybe they do and I still haven't seen a copy of all the faces of this song with that song yet, and because I have not played the story just yet, I have yet to know if this boss battle will end with Cyrene's song. If it does, then I'll probably have a follow-up video. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you're interested in more Hoyoverse content, please consider subscribing, even hyping it. It really means a lot to me. Or you can also join my membership. It will mean a lot to me. That will help me make more of these videos. And yeah, as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!